Konami's Silent Hill Downpour is probably the truest title to the rest of the series since Silent Hill 4 The Room in 2004. It has a lot going for it, but I wouldn't break out the champagne just yet. You play as Murphy Pendleton, a prison inmate with a shady past which he is reluctant to reveal until you're far enough into the game not to care anymore. During a transfer to another facility, the bus crashes and he has the chance to escape. Sadly, this ticket to freedom first gets him through the haunted town of Silent Hill. Konami's main objective for a long time has been to introduce a more flexible and westernized combat and movement system into the series, and Downpour does this well. There is a basic attack and a basic block move, and combat requires timing and discarriages mashing the attack button. Breakable weapons make a return from Silent Hill Origins, and there are tons of objects Murphy can pick up to protect himself, from rocks and bricks to lead pipes, axes, and guns. The puzzles have also made a moderately successful return. Most of them are simplistic, but they're usually fragmented into stages and take a while to solve, thus becoming the main method of progression through the game. The biggest new feature that developers hyped during production are the new side quests. Many of them are easy to find around town, even if you're not looking for 100% completion. They're rewarded with small perks for the rest of the game, and they're a nice incentive for exploring the town. Not always good, however, as Downpour's weakest point are the story, the atmosphere, and mostly the scares. The monsters pose a threat, but their design is plain, uninspired, and most of the time a little too human. The fog that surrounds the town, as well as the rain and thunderstorms that kick in occasionally, are a nice touch, but Silent Hill doesn't feel nearly as claustrophobic as it did in its earlier iterations. Downpour's version of Nightmare Silent Hill is more fun, with more extravagant puzzles and faster pacing. Sadly, it's also a little too well lit, not rusty enough, and lacking the blood and gore that made these sequences so scary in another generation. For the most part, during these segments, Murphy will be running away from a very not scary, contextually undefined big red orb. In the end of the day, I guess Konami can call this one a win. They finally managed to tweak the combat system enough without damaging the survival part of the survival horror genre. I'm just not sure this is what they should be focusing on. For better or worse, Silent Hill is one of those series that peaked very early on, and ever since it's only been surviving by endlessly mimicking itself. Much like the abominable and entirely out of place Silent Hill Homecoming in 2008, this latest installment lacks any sense of an original thought, as well as relevance and psychological depth, complexity, and significant subtext. And unlike Silent Hill Shattered Memories in 2009, it seems incapable of showing different directions for the series to take in the future. Still, if you can do away with all of the above and your pretenses of what Silent Hill title should be about, Downpour is an otherwise solid game that offers lots of fun and has enough passion poured into its design to distinguish it from the countless production line games out there.